Welcome, welcome, welcome back. We are tied up at 2 apiece as we head into the third period. This could be the final 20 minutes of the year for Sioux City, or we could still have 60 more minutes left. Hopefully it's the latter option. So far tonight, still been a pretty even game. Shots that period, Fargo 5, the last period I should say. 5 for a total of 14, and then for Sioux City 7, a total of 11. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're ready, all right. Gavin Gary will take the draw with Nate Dalladonna. Dalladonna wins the draw. Here's Lindbergh, feeds it on over there for Cherney. Cherney off the left boards. Feeds it on down there for Stanger. Stanger picked up there by Lindbergh. Lindbergh on over to Olenkamp. Olenkamp in the corner. There O'Leary, he's tripped up, so is McNamara. Only 2 penalties of this game went to Stepan Cherney of Fargo, so we'll see. Hopefully that'll keep up. Here's O'Leary with this one. O'Leary, oh, that one went for icing, I should say. Pay attention next time, Ronnie. No, I'm kidding. So back to 2007 for a moment. Game number 3. Oh, wait, no, the play's still going. I thought they called an icing, but anyway, here's Carr there for Schultz. Schultz hit there by Sisson. Schultz feeds it on back to McCrate. McCrate there in front into the circle. Jones in the corner, back behind Mason West with this one. Carr sends it around. Taken back by Jeffress. Here's Jeffress out towards center. Jeffress will dump one down into the corner. Marchenko with it behind. Ooh, he and Jeffress went boom, boom. Now Marchenko with it behind the net. Jeffress all up in his space. Here's Sisson with this one. Sisson at the blue line. Feeds it on over there. Mason West. He'll dump it back behind the net. Derek Olson. Now Schultz picked up Dyer. Here's Elias Vatne back the other way with it. Vatne dumps it back behind the net. Here's Mattern with this one. Shoved into the boards. There for Gould. Gould towards the blue line. Gould. Oh, boy. He was roughed up by Tess, and here's Mattern. Well, at least he fanned on the shot, but Cullen with this one there. Mattern, odd angled shot. Stopped there by Fickthorn. Here's Saxton Tess in the circle now. Dyer popped up into the air. Dyer whacked down by Vatne. Olsen takes this one in the corner. Gould around the boards there for Aiden Dyer. Dyer, long toss tipped there by Vatne. And White's just going to cover it up. So back to 07, Game 3, series tied up at 1. Well, Tri-City got the scoring out early with just 1 second left in the first period, and then Sioux City tied it up around halfway through the second. That was Blake Martin from future USHL player, or former NHL star, Max Pacioretty and Phil DeSimone. But then Tri-City got one late right at the end to take a 2-1 series lead in that one. It would go on to 7 games, though, with Tri-City just barely beating Sioux City in that one. So puck sent down ice. Olenkamp, boy, that was like pinball wizard almost. Martineau back behind the net. Here's McCrate with this one. Feeds it on over Lindbergh there now for Dalladonna. Now Stanger. Taken there by Martineau up the right side. Martineau tosses one back to Booten. There for Martineau. Shot save made by A.J. White. Puck will roll down into the corner. Now D'Alessandro at the blue line. Pass on across to Stanger in the circle. Stanger back behind Cullen McCrate with this one. McCrate Out towards center. This should go for icing, and it will. Face off will come to the left of AJ White. About the days I said, and goes something like that. It's a good song, but O'Leary will take the draw with Deladonna. Please tell me why. Olsen, oh, some of the crowd singing to that. Awesome. I don't want to back down. Gavin Gary at the blue line. Well, Luskies can't right now. Gavin Gary in the corner. Gary sends one in off the boards back behind the net there for Shane Gould. Gould, a little poke check sent off the boards. It rolls down ice. This should go for icing, and it will. Sioux City already 2 shots on goal in the first 3 minutes and 37 seconds of this third period. Obviously, we hope they shoot a whole lot more. That would help. As long as you can get one on the board and then play good defense, then we're going to be forcing game 5. Face-offs one. Puck sent off the boards there for Ashton Schultz. Here's Schultz. Deflected there in front, McNamara. Here comes Fargo back the other way. That's Sisson. Oh, but cut off nicely. Well, he had no choice. He was going to be hit or something. Here's Cherney with this one, sending it back. Oh, boy, that took a funny hop. But Mason Stanger was right there, right place, right time. Schultz, long toss through the stick of Tomko. It rolls down into the corner there for Marchenko. Marchenko in the corner there for Schultz. Saxton Tess feeds it off the boards. Carr picked up there by Jeffress. Jeffress now to Tomko. Gavin Carr feeds it on over. Graham Jones with this one. Jones there for O'Leary. And that goes for offsides. Where you belong, I crashed my car into a bridge. Face-off will come in front of the penalty box across from the Fargo bench. O'Leary will take the draw with Cullen. Face-offs one. Puck will roll out towards center there now for Gavin Carr. Back behind the net, Christian Lyons is there. Lyons, now Carr around the boards. Taken out towards center. That's Gavin Gary up the right side. Gary. Boy, he's really whacking that. Here's Shane Gould with this one. Gould. Down low. Air at center. Puck will roll all the way down ice. Will it go past Victor? And it will for icing. 14:40 left to go here in this third. Face-off will come to the left of AJ White. Ashton Schultz will take the draw with Brooks Cullen. Face-offs one here. Schultz out towards the blue line there for Gould. Puck will roll down ice. Is it going to go right past Jack again? Nope, he's just going to play it back to Trey Jeffress. Here's Jeffress feeding it on to Schultz towards center. Schultz crossing the blue line, taking it right on back. McNamara the other way. McNamara Loses control of it in the corner. Boy, he had a hard time holding that one, but Victorn flashes the glove on that odd-angled shot. 14-16 left to go here in the third. We'll take a break. We're still tied at 2. Stay tuned.
You know what makes shaving such a pain point against the grain? Irritating. So Gillette introduces this softener than the food. It's like a gel. So you can leave the shave against the grain with less irritation.
Welcome back. 14-16 left to go here in this third. We are tied up at 2 apiece. This is intense, people. Aiden Dyer will take the draw with Nate Deladonna. Face-off will come to the right of Victorn. Deladonna wins the draw. Here's Olenkamp. Shot got blocked. Picked up there by Anderson. Here's Anderson flipping it up high into the air. A fly ball, I guess we could call it. Lindbergh sent off the boards towards center. D'Alessandro with this one. D'Alessandro feeds it off to Stanger. There now for Dyer. Dyer pass across. Fonde! Oh! What a stop by White! Oh, that was close. Here's Cherney with this one now. Cherney. Shot got blocked there in front. Stanger broke his stick during that. Up for grabs, Deladonna drops it back to Olenkamp. Now Deladonna fanned on the shot. Lions out towards the blue line. Here's Cherney with this one. Cherney to Deladonna. Shot blocked away by Victorn. Now that's Lindbergh with this one. Back behind McNamara. There for Colin Sisson. Sisson, pass got blocked. Still has it though. Sisson behind the net. Sisson there for Deladonna. Kept in. Here's Deladonna. Shot deflected into the netting, out of play. Boy, this is just intense right now. Face-off will come to the right of Jack Victorn. Let's see, O'Leary will take the draw with Mason West. Face-off's won. Puck taken out. Here's Luke Gary with this one up the right side. Luke Gary feeds it on to Gavin Gary. Slap shot went wide. D'Alessandro with it in the corner, though. D'Alessandro toss out in front. Can't get to this one. Now here's Graham Jones crossing the blue line. Drops it back for Sisson. A shot up high off the glass. Oh, Luke Gary can, boy, 4-on-2 turned into 4-on-3. D'Alessandro shot up high. There, Gavin Gary in the corner. Now O'Leary picked up Gavin Carr. There for O'Leary behind the net. Looks like that's Luke behind. It's either Luke or Gavin, I know that. Here's Carr, sends it on across to Gould. He fanned on the shot, still has control of it. Back behind the net. Here's Greeter, sending it up the left side, down into the corner. Derek Olsen will take it behind the net. Olsen, little drop back there for Gould. Gould, toss up the left side there for Martineau. Martineau sends it back behind the net. Booten with this one in a scramble for. Now Bailey, Olsen, shot got blocked. I think it looked like it was by Martineau, his own guy. There's Bailey in the corner now. Bailey behind the net there now. Booten with this one. Booten sent back to Shane Gould. Gould takes a shot deflected into the corner. Now Lindbergh sends it back around the boards behind the net. Long toss to Mattern. Booten hacking and whacking, and now here's Martineau with it. He'll dump it down into the corner. Martineau picked up there by Lindbergh. Lindbergh off the boards. There for Saxton Tess. Stanger with this one at center. Stanger there for Tomko. Feeds it back behind the net. Marchenko up the left side. Here's Saxton Tess taking this one. Tess up the left side. Shot. Save made by Fickthorn, then off the back of the net. Here's Stanger with this one. Over the head of somebody. It's offsides, I guess, or out of play or something like that. Some combination of that. Tomko will take the draw with Daladana. Face-off will come in front of the Musketeers bench. 11:08 left to go here. I think the next goal, I'm making a prediction again, next goal wins the game. Here's Jeffress with this one. Jeffress off the boards. You know, and we've said it all season long. Coach Kersner has. Olenkamp shot save made Fickthorn. Picked up by Jeffress. It's these low-scoring 3-2 games, 4-3 games that Sioux City has to win. Here's Schultz, a shot up high and out of play. Face-off will come to the left of A.J. White. O'Leary will take the draw with Mason West. Face-off is won. Here's Colin Sisson up the right side with it. Sisson takes a shot blocked by D'Alessandro. Oh, and then he went flying back behind the net. Graham Jones with this one. Jones. Oh, and Gavin Gary gave Colin Sisson a nice little check. Here's Stanger with it, crossing center. Stanger drops it back to Gary. Sent towards the net, just went a little wide. That was O'Leary, actually, to Gavin Gary. Gavin Gary behind the net. Toss out for, ooh, just poked a little wide. Here's Luke Gary with this one. Luke Gary in the circle. Pass on across there for Shane Gould. Gould coming up on the halfway point of this third period, I should say. Jones, oh, he's taken down by O'Leary. I'm surprised nothing was called there, but what do I know? Aiden Dyer behind the net with this one. Dyer just kind of stands there. Dyer up the left side there. Derek Olson. Olson at center. Sent off the boards down into the corner behind the net there for Marchenko. Here's Cullen. That one batted down. Vatne into the corner. Here's Cullen with this one. Swooped up by Aiden Dyer. Dyer, nice pass to Max Anderson. Anderson, oh, he couldn't get a nice handle on it. It's Vatne in the corner. Out in front, Dyer couldn't get a shot off. Now Saxton Tess with this one. Tess feeds it on over to Brooks Cullen. Cullen there for Anderson. Anderson, nice pass to Trey Jeffress. Here's Jefferson. Shot saved by A.J. White. With 8:57 left to go. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
There is in the repair bay, your local service station. It's keeping America rolling. For air power tools built to stay on the job. Black & Decker here. Their value in the hands of professionals on the factory establishments. Black & Decker here.
Reminds me of childhood memories. Wish was a bright blue sky. Waka back, 8:57 left to go in the third. This could be the final 8:57 of the season here for Sioux City, or maybe we'll have a little more than just 8:57. We will see. We're tied up at 2. Schultz will take the draw with Deladonna. It doesn't get any more nerve-wracking than this, that is for sure. Off the boards, here's Stanger with this one. Feeds it back behind the net. There's Stepan Cherney. Up the left side, D'Alessandro with this one. D'Alessandro back behind the net. A.J. White thought about playing it, but decided last minute not to. Deladonna with it in the corner. Deladonna sent off the boards there for Olenkamp. Olenkamp out towards center, spun around a Musketeer player. Olenkamp off the skate of Ashton Schultz. Here's Cherney. A shot saved by Fickthorn. Oh, they're lucky nobody was there on that rebound. Schultz feeds it up to Jeffress. Here's Jeffress, pass across, up goal. No, it stayed out. Oh! I thought that went in. My goodness. Here's Gould. I don't know if he just missed it wide or what happened, but here's Sisson in nice moves. Oh, he found out the shot. Sisson out there in front. Gould comes up with it. It's set off the boards. Kept in behind the net. Oh my goodness. I can't take this. Here's Stanger there for Marchenko. Martinu, can he come up with it? He does. Martinu to boot into Bailey. Bailey shot saving rebound. Oh, it's loose in the crease. Here's Olsen again. Olsen in front. It's blocked. Picked up there by Mason West. Gould sent off the boards there for Martinu. Gosh, you're so close. Shots this period 6-3 in favor of Sioux City. Here's Brooks calling back the other way, 2-on-2. Now Mattern in a scramble for it, taking back Martinu. Lindbergh feeds it on Cherney. Cherney in the circle, spun around. Booten pressuring him, almost took it away. Cherney pass across to Jones. Back there for Lindbergh. Lindbergh shot stopped by Fickthorn! Woo! 7:03 left to go. Face-off will come to the left of Fickthorn. Gavin Gary will take the draw with Nate Deladonna. Face-off's one. Gavin Carr sends it off the boards towards center, although Sioux City, they've got a lot of momentum. Oh, that was played with the hand pass, though. Boy, Sioux City, they just have to get one goal, get that momentum, and then just play defense the rest of the game. They've played another nice game here tonight. They got to keep it up. Gary wins the draw. Gavin Gary does. Gavin Carr sends it back behind the net of A.J. White there for Cherney. Picked up, taken away by Luke Gary. Luke Gary, nice moves. Rolls back behind the net. Wraparound try was stopped there by A.J. White. Deladonna with this one. Out towards center. Picked up Gavin Carr. Carr up the right side. Can Luke Gary get a handle on it? No. It's Olenkamp up the left side. Olenkamp taken away. Christian Lyons sent off the glass and down ice. McCrate. Now Luke Gary trying to get the puck free. O'Leary clears it back behind the net of A.J. White. Picked up there by McCrate. Pass out in front to Anderson. Anderson from Dyer. Anderson feeds it on back. Stanger, shot save. White, rebound! Oh, Dyer could have had it. Now it's Olsen. Picked up there by Saxton Tess. That was icing. 5:56 left to go here in this third. Baby, baby, baby. Oh, right now. Face-off will come to the left of A.J. White. Come on. Schultz will take the draw with Mason West. Schultz wins it. There's Jeffress. Schultz towards the net, went wide. Now Derek Olsen with this one. Puck sent off the boards and down ice. 5:48 left to go here in this third. Jeffress takes this one. Jeffress off the boards there for Schultz. Schultz batted down into the corner there for Tomko. Tipped back behind the net. Tomko on out Jeffress. Fires. Shot stopped by White. Here we go, 5:34 left to go in the third. Dyer will take the draw with Cullen. This is getting intense. Face-offs one. Puck sent off the boards to Alessandro. Will try and clear it in. Now Lindbergh sends it up off the glass. Here's Votney, picked up D'Alessandro, sent off the glass. Stenger, first one there though, whacks it in off the back of Dyer. Taken there by Brooks Cullen though, towards center. McNamara plays it towards the net, went wide back behind. Bryce Mattern out in front for McNamara, stolen away Votney, poke checks it towards center. Can Votney come up with, Lindbergh sends it right back in though. Here's Brooks Cullen though with it. Cullen, pass back to McNamara. McNamara. Shot towards the net, deflected into the corner by Vic Thorne. Here's D'Alessandro with this one. Picked up there by Anderson. Anderson, pass on back to Tomko. Tomko, nice dump in off the boards. McCrate back behind the net, there for Christian Lyons. Lyons in the corner, picked up there by Marchenko. That one's popped up into the air, into the netting and out of play. 4:29 left to go here in this third. Hopefully. Schultz will take the draw with Donna, I believe, yes. Schultz wins the draw. Puck will roll into the corner there for Tomko. Here's Tomko back out for Schultz. Schultz a shot, just blockered away. Now Jeffress, it's tied up there in the corner. Rebound, it rolls back behind the net. Tess there. Olenkamp shot. Save made by Victor. Rebound. Schultz, that one was almost put into our own net. Oh my, here's Tess. Go, fighting with Tomko. Here's Tess, picked up their car. Tess got tripped up. That's a penalty. The first penalty all game for Sioux City goes to Gavin Carr at 16:03 of period 3. Tripping is the call. And Sioux City takes a timeout. I don't blame them. They're going to be shorthanded here for 2 minutes. Sioux City, they're 60% on the penalty kill. They got to kill this one off. I mean, they cannot have Fargo score at all. Face-offs one. Here's Cherney. Feeds it on over to Graham Jones. Jones. Back there, Stepan Cherney. There for Sisson. Back on over to Cherney. Feeds it on over to Graham Jones. Jones in the circle. Back for Cherney. Cherney at the blue line. Keep letting him pass. Cherney towards the blue line. Oh, he bobbles it. Cherney down low, Colin Sisson towards the net. Out in front. It rolls into the corner there for Olenkamp. Olenkamp now to Sisson. Back there, Graham Jones. Shot got blocked. Rebound loose. Rebound loose. It's still. Who's got it? It's Olenkamp. Back there for Cherney. Cherney at the blue line. Shot got blocked by Schultz. Get it clear. He does. Woo! Here's Jones with this one. Jones towards center. Jones spins around Luke Gehry there for Lindbergh. 2:55 left to go here in this third. 56 seconds left to go on the power play. Here's Jones in the circle. Jones back for Lindbergh. Lindbergh there for Jones. Jones in front. D'Alessandro can't get the clear. Ugh. Get the puck and clear it. Dyer there. D'Alessandro feeds it back. Stanger flips it down ice. Lindbergh there for Dalladonna. Feeds it on over to Brooks Cullen. Popped up into the air. Stanger. Now Luke Gehry with another nice clear. Although Top going a foot race with Lindbergh. He won't get to it. Puck's in a scramble for in the corner. 16 seconds left to go on the penalty kill. Fargo picks it up. Here they come the other way, Dalladonna. Dalladonna into the corner. Lions in a scramble for 2 minutes left to go in this third. And the Muskies are back at full strength. Here's Olenkamp on out. Cherney, he found out the shot, and it rolls down ice. McCrate off the boards there for Olenkamp. Down low into the corner behind the net there for Stanger. Stanger, long toss, Spooten. Spun around a guy. Gavin Gehry dumps it down into the corner. Behind. A.J. White feeds it around the boards. There, Gavin Gehry. Comes up with it. Sent off the glass, and it's kept into the Fargo zone. Booten dumps it back behind. 1:15 left to go in this third period. Lindbergh down low in the corner. Battling with O'Leary for that one. Puck sent off the boards. D'Alessandro over the head of Gavin Gehry. Now here's Brooks Cullen with this one. Dumps it back behind Stanger. Here comes Dakota Bailey up the right side. Bailey! Shot save! Oh, and Booten couldn't get the rebound. Here's McNamara. 50 seconds left to go in regulation. Oh, it went off the referee. Carr feeds it on Dakota Bailey. Up the right side. Here's Dyer. Dyer in the corner. Bailey's shot went wide. 32 seconds left to go. Gavin Carr feeds it on over to Christian Lyons. Lyons off the behind of Bailey. Puck sent down into the corner. A.J. White has it. White behind the net. 20 seconds left to go in this third period. Marchenko sent off the boards. Towards center. Mason West bats it down. 12 seconds left. Oh, they called offside at the last second. Woo! 11.9 seconds left to go. Boy, we're just 11.9 away from potentially another overtime, if we can handle it. Schultz will take the draw with Brooks Cullen. Schultz wins it. Here's Luke Gehry, sent off the boards down into the corner. There now for Stanger, and a scramble for it. D'Alessandro now with this one, down to 2 seconds, down to 1. And we are heading to overtime for the second straight night. Sioux City, though, holy Toledo. This crowd is energized for sure. Nothing that period besides the penalty. 16:03 to Gavin Carr. He went in for tripping. Sudden death, first team to score wins the game. If it's Fargo, they move on to round 3. If it's Sioux City, they'll force game 5 in Fargo on Tuesday night. All the marbles to play for in this overtime. We'll take a break. We'll be back in about 15 plus minutes.